I'll be
I
chilling.
don't even want to talk. I just
want to take a nap.
Man,
we in the perfect shade right now.
Yeah,
No
she
we
sun.
good. We
He
fucked
got a
up.
bucket hat on.
We
like,
fucked up.
This energy is like.
We made it too chill.
Yeah.
I feel like we should be talking about, man, you know, my old lady. Start using old
Talking
terms.
about the barbecue. This is like fire up the pit.
Right.
Yeah.
The grill over there. like the grill up.
We just start grilling.
Start grilling. What y'all want? Y'all want? Put me on some of them. Why do old black men stutter so much? Like what's going on?
They try not to cuss a motherfucker out.
What's going on in their head with a stutter?
I think they've had to watch what they say with their wife for so long.
Man.
They gotta just watch what they say.
Take it through that filter, dog.
Yeah.
They be stuttering, bro. I'll be like, what? Get your thoughts out. I wonder if that's what it is. They just, you're at work, you're on code. With your wife, you're on code. You're always watching what you say.
Yeah.
So I wonder when they get around.
Henry, you can't say that. What? And it's like, all right, man. Let me just.
Bruh, it enters into that point. Like it gets like, I'm gonna just go upstairs.
Yeah.
Nigga, that shit happens so often for me. I just be like, well, you know what? I'm gonna just go upstairs then.
Man.
Like you can't say something to her, or just like you know,
just
watch
like
TV.
I can't say shit. I can't do shit.
Shit.
I can't play with my son.
Gary makes his relationship sound horrendous, and I know it's not.
It's not bad.
But Gary be like, gosh, like, why am I even here?
He's like, oh, I wish
I'd be
he
like,
was a
I'm
dude.
playing with my son. I just want to play with my son. Dog, I thought about that so many times. Like, yo, my perfect woman is a man with a vagina.
with titties.
With a titty and a vagina.
Okay, I don't want to even say this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I want to develop it into a bit, but I was talking to a lesbian friend of mine, and she was telling me all the drama in their relationship, right?
Mm.
I know a lot of gay dudes, minimal drama.
Mm.
I know a lot of straight couples, a lot of drama. So the common factor
It's women.
women.
I literally had that same thought, bro.
I said, gay dudes be over here chilling.
Yeah.
When it's just men and men, they're over here chilling. But straight couples and lesbian couples be going through the shit. And the common factor is women.
Yeah.
And then she was like, yeah, and the only gay couples that be going through it are the gay couples where the men act feminine.
Yeah.
But when it's just two dudes, no issues. They be chilling.
Are there gay couples like that with just two regular ass
Yeah.
dudes?
I know a few. And they be like, bruh, this is, or like, even they dating scene, like they just hop on the maps. You trying to do something, bruh?
I think
and then,
that's what it is.
and
I
it's
think
just, they chilling.
there's just an understanding, like, nigga, we horny. Dudes, we horny. That's
That's what we doing.
so
and
it's just an
then-
understanding, like, yep, we doing this.
But the ones I know who get into it is because one of the dudes is the feminine one, and it's like,
Literally
and that's
had
the
that,
one,
who ain't shit most men or women. They're the ones that house women. Because
and that's the like, I knew this one gay couple, and the dude who was like chilling, nothing, but the one who was more, it was always something,
Yeah.
always something, and I was just like, so I say all that to say that it's you guys with your non-logic and your emotions.
Well, because I think what it is too.
Sorry to tell you.
What it is too. I think women, once they get with, once like lesbians or whatever, you know, because you know, at the end of the day, I noticed the whole thing is like you're born this way. It's like not everybody's born that way. Some people do. You know, some women are just like, yo, I'm tired of niggas. I'm fucking with women now.
Yeah.
So it's like with those girls, right? When they start dating women or even like studs, they'll be like, yo, like women really don't hold themselves accountable. Like now that I'm in this relationship, dudes are not necessarily wrong when it comes to a lot of shit.
Like, and you only hear that from lesbians. Like
Yeah.
Shantae had a great joke about that. She
Yeah,
was
she
like,
did.
I wish every girl would date a girl, not to recruit y'all, just so y'all can see what it's like
Yeah.
to deal with us.
Yeah.
And I was like, when she said it, nigga, I almost stood up and clapped.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, y'all don't understand how difficult you are, and you think it's us.
Yeah.
And we have our shit,
And you know
but
what-
it's
and,
you.
And then you know what is like annoying is like when you tell the truth, right, about stuff like that, especially as a dude, the first thing women want to say is like, well, why don't you just date a dude then? It's just like, no, we still love y'all. Y'all are just fucking
I just
annoying.
hate your brains.
Yeah, and your logic.
Yeah,
really.
I just hate
Like,
that shit.
It's really your logic. Your logic is flawed because of I don't know, maybe how you were raised in society to like this like. I know y'all be like, well, it's hard for women. It's like y'all got a lot of stuff easy too. So it's like mentality wise, y'all were able to skate through certain things, whereas we had to like filter ourselves. We have to be like, all right, we can't go that route because these are consequences. Whereas some women can kind of skate through and be like, it doesn't matter what the consequences are. Like I should be able to. Why can't I say what I want? Why can't I slap a dude for no reason? And why he shouldn't be able to hit me for that? It's like because I'm weaker than him. Why does he get to hit me back? It's like that's literally a lot of women's logic, and it's like that's why y'all niggas are flawed and you lack accountability in a lot of cases because you really think this. That joke about what she said is correct. It's like either date or, and women know. Because women have women friends.
I think that's the part that bugs me the most.
They don't say anything because it's just like, yo, you know, I think they don't say anything sometimes. It's like they know they got a lot of bullshit themselves. So it's like if I call her on her bullshit, she's going to call me on my bullshit, and I don't want to be called on my bullshit. So let me just let her have this, or let her go through life.
It's also there's instances where a woman doesn't necessarily want to be corrected or want to be educated.
Yeah.
She just wants to vent.
Right.
That's very true.
She just wants to vent.
I feel this way. Yeah.
I'm not trying to solve a problem.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to find a solution.
Yeah.
I just want to get this out.
Yeah. I don't need.
And we're like, but what's the end game?
Yeah.
What is the solution to this fucking shit that you're whining about?
I should have a space to just say my feelings. I think you should. But here's the thing. I think you should also state that because, like you said, one, as men, we are natural problem solvers. You tell us something, we're like, all right, how we got to fix this? Because that's what we're always brought up to do. So if you're going like, look, let me just have this moment to just get this shit out. Don't say anything. Let me just have this. My girl has done that before, and I've been like, all right. It's hard to be like, oh, I can fix this though, but like, I'd be like, oh, I know why this is wrong because it's you. But I had to sit back and let her have it, and then she'd be like, all right, now let's kind of like let's have a discussion to like, you know, solve the problem.
I guess because I just don't understand the point of either whether it's venting, being upset, being worked, whatever it is, without fixing it. I don't get it. I don't get why can't I just feel this way? Well, if you feel that way and you don't want to feel that way, then do something to not feel that way. Like that's right. I don't understand why that's not just a normal thing. So you just want to sulk, or you want to be mad, or you want to be in those feelings? That doesn't make sense to me.
You don't want to, but you want to.
They have to justify why their life is hard. Like, no, to be honest.
I've honestly thought that a lot in terms of parenting. I feel like women will I don't want to say go above and beyond, but like they will intentionally like be like, this is so hard. Yeah. This is so hard, just as a way to kind of like pat themselves on the back. Like, right. I'm dealing with so much. This is such a struggle. Yeah. And I'm doing it. I'm in it. I'm like, you know, I need all this. I get all this support from all these women groups of like about how hard it is and all the difficulties that we face. And then dudes were just like, this shit is not hard.
Yeah, and it goes back to me. It's like I think that Bill Burr's joke about like being a mother is so amazing because it's just like
it's the toughest job on the planet.
And for you to say that, it's like you clearly haven't worked jobs before. For you to say that, and it's like. I think that's where it becomes tough. It's like you said, you have to pat yourself on the back because it's like you've been told by society too. It's like it's so easy to be a woman. It's like I'm going to show them how actually hard it is. But I can't even agree with you that it's hard because when a man is a house husband, you clown him for that. You make fun of him. You say how he's doing nothing, how he's having an easy life at the house. He's at the house with the kids, and I'm at work now. And it's just like, didn't you just flip those roles and how he gets to be at work away from the kids and you got to be at home and clean up the house every second. It's like, I think we're the reason why sometimes women's minds kind of mess up with that too is like they're programmed to micromanage, and when you micromanage, that shit is stressful. It's very stressful to micromanage.
It's undue stress.
Yeah, and it's like as dudes, we go like you said, we're on the tip of like a lot of stuff we can't control. Like, all right.
I was just thinking right now, it's like. I was like looking at you and looking at Ken. I was like, these niggas don't feel anything right now. I feel absolutely nothing right now. Yeah. I am like fine, you know? But
just our demeanor and our faces?
We're just like,
there's nothing going on.
There's nothing. I feel nothing.
Nothing's bothering me. Nothing is bothering me.
There's too much
like stuff. Our energy right now, just like,
you know what it is too? I always put stuff in perspective. Like, I always go like, man, like, there's worse shit going on in life. People are going through worse things.
Yesterday, dropping my kid off today was stressful.
So and it's like, why would I sit there and stretch myself out over something smaller that I can't control. I'm like, people are out here either dying, they ain't got no food, they're actually really, really struggling, and it's like we got a roof over our head, living a pretty good life, and you got to find a way to still make it stressful.
I deal with that in a real way because my partner is of Caucasian descent.
Here we go.
And it's kind of
mountains.
No, it's kind of it's kind of a sucky situation because we all deal with our stresses and we all deal with our issues, and it's fucked up to like dismiss somebody's like problems, but sometimes she feels like she can't come to me because my problems are in a sense more real than hers or more immediate than hers. But it's not to like, but she's like, but I still deal with stuff too that I need an outlet, and these are issues for me.
Yeah. And I think maybe if she also, and it might be like how you guys want to set up your relationship in that sense, but it's like maybe because she should be allowed to have that safe space for that, for sure, especially with you.
Everyone needs a safe space, right? But even now with me, I was like, yo, I understand that, but maybe sometimes I'm not the person that you can really divulge this information to. If you want the response that you want, if you want the support that you want, you need someone else.
Does she have friends?
She has friends. She doesn't have like strong friendships out here.
Gotcha.
But even her friends back home, like they don't really dig in. They don't really go deep into like, real shit. It's not really the space for it. But I'm like, you need somebody like, and I'm somebody, I'll tell anybody all my shit. I don't give a fuck. I'll go deep into like all of my stuff. Yeah. So it's not like I'm not like holding shit in. You know what I mean? But she needs a healthy outlet.
Yeah, I remember saying this like in like going into my mid to late 20s. I was like, I would never marry a woman or seriously date a woman that doesn't have friends. I can't be your friend. I can't be
not your only friend.
The only friend that you like. I got to give everything out to you. It's like you need other women to talk to because
to let you vent.
To let you vent. So y'all talk about.
I solve problems. That's what I do.
Exactly. Come to me with either the real shit or the problem solving shit. Everything else, if you want to talk about like, oh my gosh, like there's a girl named Vanessa at my job and I just don't like the way she just kind of like blinks. Like she just blinks like rapidly so fast. I'm just like, why does that bother you?
Yeah.
Why? I don't care about that. So talk to your homegirl about that because she will understand more.
Right.
For us, it's just like.
But just going back to you enjoy sitting in that boat. You enjoy sitting in the like they like to feel.
Yeah.
They enjoy feeling, so they don't care if it's a positive feeling, if it's a negative feeling. I just want to feel.
Yeah.
And like Gary said, we were just sitting out here feeling nothing.
Less. Yeah. Feeling less.
Feeling less.
You know what? I heard.
We really want peace, and they want feelings. They want to. Yeah. I enjoy nothing.
This is what it is. They want drama. Just say what it is. That's why men, we yearn, like real men. I'm not talking about the hood niggas y'all be trying to like be with, like the super street hood niggas that want to stay in that lane. I'm not talking about them. They want drama with you. A real dude is just like, yo, we trying to live drama free. We trying to live as peaceful as possible. Right. And y'all, not every woman, of course, but like a lot of y'all live in reality TV world, and you're like, yo, I have to find a way. If he's at peace, it's like if a dude's watching TV, watching the game, it's like, how do I disrupt this? How do I go, even if it's something small, can you take out the trash? Nigga, I'm watching the game.
Yeah. You know what's funny, too, about that reality TV shit? Like, they always say, like, no, I like watching other people's bullshit. I don't want. That's horse shit. That is horse shit. You watch it because you thrive on bullshit.
Yeah.
Because I hate that shit. Because I don't thrive on. I don't even want to see somebody else's shit.
Yeah.
So people, they always do that. Like, no, I watch reality because I like to see other. I'm not like that. Yes, you are. Part of you is like that. Because why would you enjoy that?
Bro,
that annoys the hell out of me.
When Love and Hip Hop and all that stuff first came out, I ain't gonna lie to you. Flavor of Love, I ain't gonna lie. I watched it.
Those were the first. So Flavor of Love was the first of its kind.
Right.
I watched the first season, and then I was like, okay, this is.
I think I might have watched a season of Love and Hip Hop when it first came out, and then afterwards,
I never watched that.
I said, you know what? And then I would see clips here and there, of course, because they pop up on the timeline. But I was just like, how do people sit down and watch a marathon
and be invested? So Portia said, is that one of somebody's name?
So I think it's yeah.
Portia and Demontre or whatever the fuck.
Demontre.
And she should have and they loving it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell is entertaining? Why would you be entertained by this unless you enjoy bullshit?
Yeah.
There's no way to just say this is purely entertainment. And if you think that what you feed yourself does not matter, you're insane.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's music, whether it's what you're watching, whether it's food, whatever you intake time after time again, if you think that does not have effect on your behavior, you're insane.
100%.
You cannot sit up there and if we played nothing but nigga, shoot 'em up all the time, our energy would be very aggressive.
Yeah.
It would be different. You cannot sit there and just take shit in and think that has no effect on you.
Yeah, my girl will binge watch the challenges, MTV The Challenges, and that it bothers me. I'm like, this is such these aren't even they aren't even the best at what they're not even the best athletes. These are mediocre athletes who are sitting on fame that they had in 1999.
Right.
Like, why are you invested in this? Why are you? It's just it's mindless television. I just want to.
It's that thing that mindless. No, a part of you.
Yeah.
It's not mindless.
Stop.
To me it's mindless.
Yeah.
But you feel you're into this.
Yeah.
You're into this, and just I don't think they want to admit that. Yeah, they enjoy, for lack of a better word, the drama.
Yeah.
I don't think they want to admit that.
Well, drama is the root of storytelling and conflict. People like to see highs and lows, but I do feel like women are very much I don't want to say in touch with their feelings, but they do feel a lot. And I think that adds stressors even to child rearing, because you're so in tune and tethered to the child's feelings that their feelings become your feelings.
Man, that makes a good amount of sense.
So when a kid is crying, essentially she's crying inside.
Yeah, and she's stressed out. It's like let me tell you this: it's my child. I don't have a child yet, so I know you can be like, well, Keita, you go see. But at the end of the day, I lived with Keon for years. I was with around the boys, and I was like, I know. Even in watching Keon, I felt like Keon would be the type of person like this. If they start crying because they did something that he said don't do, Keon would be like,
yeah.
Or he'd be like, all right, you're going to bed. And he'd put him upstairs. He'd come back downstairs and be like, and we'll be watching the game downstairs. Keon would be sitting there, yeah. And I'm just like, that's my mentality. It's like, I'm not going to let a child is trying to figure out life. So I'm not going to let their stress, quote unquote, stress me out because they're trying to figure stuff out. It's like, I already been through that as a child. So I agree 100%, Gary. I think it's very, very accurate when they're going through something. Kids, it's like, I don't know how to comprehend right now.
Yeah.
And the mother's like, me neither.
Right.
They're both like, ah. Yeah. And they're both like, I had a tough day today. It was so rough. He cried all day, and it's just like,
that shit sucks.
I'm sure that sucks. But in a sense,
sucks.
it's like, all right, if I don't know. Until I'm a father, you're right. Maybe I'm just an idiot. I don't know.
But they do just
it's on 10. It's
Yeah.
and they're trying to. Well, my lady tries to reason with a 2-year-old essentially,
which is
that sounds hilarious.
This nigga doesn't she's like, and I get having sort of a progression.
Yeah.
She'll ask nicely, but she'll continue to ask nicely. I'm like, at some point, you just gotta command.
Yeah.
You gotta take control. This nigga, he's testing you.
Yeah.
And she doesn't see that, and it becomes okay, right now, I'm trying to get him to start picking up his own toys. Nigga, you're picking, you are capable. You have the motor skills. You picking up your own shit.
Yeah.
Period.
Right.
But she'll then we'll have that established. But then she'll get down and start helping him. I'm like, I'm gonna go upstairs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go upstairs.
And I can see how that'll be frustrating in the sense of when you be like, all right, let me just go upstairs, because it's like if you stay down here and watch this, you're gonna probably be more prone to say something, because it's just like just add this discussion, let him pick up the toys. Is like, let me not see this because it's just going to.
It's just gonna spew.
But I don't think they understand, because we're problem solvers and everything. There's small lessons and there's big lessons.
Right.
And everything I'm raising this person to be a human, to function in life on his own, and to not, So picking up your toys, you're giving that 2-year-old a sense of responsibility and a sense of, you made the mess, accountability.
Right.
You clean up the bed, all these little things that we're doing, especially with boys.
Yeah.
Is so you can look at yourself and be like, what did you do? So I'll be like, yo, who put that out? You handle that.
Shit up. Yeah.
I'm not doing it. When Keelan be like, Dad, I can't find I didn't lose it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You go find it.
Yeah.
And then but he'll sit there. I left it in my backpack. I was like, there you go.
Yeah.
You solved your own problem.
Yeah.
This is why fathers are needed. Because at the end of the day, this is going to not be popular, but there's truth to it. It's like a lot of men that are trash and women that don't have accountability raise single mothers. And I know
There's toxic two-parent homes.
Hello.
for sure it's toxic two-parent homes. But I'm saying,
sure, but yeah.
I'm saying in a sense where when I talk to people, or a lot of times the people that I've talked to, when I'm like, yo, you're missing some stuff, and I'm like, yo, so like you talk about their parents, it's like, yeah, and I was raised, just had my mom growing up. And it's like, okay, because I have toxic traits too, because I only had my dad growing up, so there's toxic traits on my end too, for sure. But what I'm saying is, maybe because there's more single mother households than single father households. Right. That's what we're seeing. Maybe when we saw more single father households,
the numbers would be different.
It'll be different, but that's not what it is.
I think we have more single parent. If we had more single father households, we would just have more people that lacked empathy, like, you know, like the world would just be harder. There'd be a ton of accountability. Yeah. Everybody would be pointing here.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be as much, you know, feelings. But
women will be definitely more like men at that point.
Yeah. Which would be great.
Yeah. Which like what Gary said. Yeah. Man with a vagina. That's what Gary wants.
Which would be fantastic.
But I mean, they're out there, Gary. So what do you do? There's men with vaginas out there. So what do you do at this point?
You gotta have feminine traits.
There's ones like that too.
Nah, man. Nah.
I think he's taking something to a whole game.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, I like the drama. I like the drama. Fuck it. I watch all that. You know, I was so quiet over here while I was talking about reality stuff. I'm like, man, I be watching all that shit. Nah. But yeah, man. And another thing with the toy cleaning is she's trying to make it fun. Make it fun in there. I'm like, nah, man.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
I don't think that's bad though.
I'm like, yo, nigga,
because whatever it takes for them to be like, I want to do this.
Right.
Nah, to me, I'm like, yo, picking up toys sucks. You put them out, you pick them up, and that's part of the process. It sucks.
That's not a lesson he has to learn now, though.
I
feel you.
I'm keeping it real, nigga. This shit trash, and that's just a part of the deal.
And a lot of dudes are raised like that too. That's why we take jobs we don't want, because nigga, you got to make money, you got to take care of your family, you got to do what you got to do.
Yep.
You know, it is what it is. And so I understand the lesson.
I ain't about making shit fun that ain't fun. Nigga, if it ain't supposed to be fun, it ain't fun.
I mean, when I used to teach at a child development center, it was like they had the song and everything. It was like clean up.
Fuck all that. Yeah, it was like picking up shit to silence. Pick this shit up.
That's how guys are raised. Like, we have to do shit. So actually, I saw a meme the other day. I talked about this on Daddy Issues. I brought it up to them. I wanted to bring it up to you guys. So somebody made a meme, and it said it was a man working at McDonald's, a woman working at McDonald's, and under the man it said broke. Under the women it said doing what you got to do or thriving or whatever.
Yep.
And it's like, why is that a thing? Why, if you're a dude that work at McDonald's, you're a scrub. If you're a woman that work at McDonald's, oh sis, you handling your business.
Because I think it's still the mindset of the early days of our grandparents, whereas, you know, I think a woman wasn't allowed to work, so her getting a job was like, you got a job, girl. As long as you got a job, you do what you got to do to survive. Whereas
until you get a man.
Yeah.
Until you get the right man.
Right. And then so I think now the dude is just like, y'all were ahead of us. So why are y'all still working jobs like McDonald's? Like, you had a head start over us. It's okay for her to work at McDonald's because we're technically behind you guys.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think some of it's that mentality, and some of it's just like a woman don't want to be behind a man. Remember, it's like how a lot of actors date broke women, or like rich dudes date broke women. It's like, you could be a waitress and a loser as a woman, and a guy would be like, yo, I can either see potential in you, or I'm going to help you build something. A woman is not going to, in most cases, not going to see the dude in those same circumstances and be like, you know what? He has potential. He just hasn't realized it yet. Let me help this guy in that sense. Unless, to me, I honestly goes back to this again. Unless it is like a thug nigga, a street dude. Like, I feel like they'll always be like, let me go and help this guy out, even though he's doing some loser stuff, but there's potential in him. But then when it's a guy that's an average guy or a regular guy, it's just like, no, you're actually just a loser. And maybe because environmental circumstances, it's like, all right, if a street dude is in this particular position, it's not his fault. So let me help him out in that case. Whereas an average guy is just like, well, you had the thing set up for you perfectly. You just suck. You failed. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's why they don't want to help out, or they want to have that same mindset. I don't know.
I mean, I feel the same way. I feel like a nigga working at McDonald's is a loser, and a woman working at McDonald's is just trying to get.
That's because we don't care. Like, guys don't care about what a woman does for a living.
I think it's the age. I think
unless you're like, stripper, prostitute. That's when niggas care.
Yeah.
But as far as what job you have, you can work at a gas station. You can work at dudes be like, she got a fat ass like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I think
your job is not a status symbol to us.
Right, and exactly.
And the other way around, it is.
Yeah, because we look at it providing. When a woman goes, she sees a guy at McDonald's, she's like, yo, he's not going to be to pay my bills or pay the majority of the bills working at McDonald's. Whereas a guy is not looking at her to really pay any bills. Mm-hmm. So she can work at McDonald's, nigga. She can do arts and crafts and sell Tupperware and shit like that. And it's just like, all right, that's just for you. I'm going to be taking care of the bulk of the bills anyway, so you can go do something that doesn't make a lot of money for the household. It doesn't matter.
Right. In the most ideal circumstances, would you prefer a situation where both of you are working, or would you prefer...
I told my lady, you're going to always work. You're going to work. Now, and I'm not saying you have to work a job, but I was like, you have to find something that you love to do. Because I know for a fact there's going to be a point, where you're going to be like, I just sit here all day and I'm at the house.
So by work, what if she just has a hobby, something that she's passionate about that she hasn't monetized, that doesn't bring any money in?
Well, I would try to figure out, one, how to monetize it. But like my girl's a writer, right? And we talked about even too when we do decide to have a child that she's going to she wants to take time off. She said it's like, I want to be able to take time off with the child. I was like, I want to be able to provide that for you to be able to take time off. But she was like, I don't ever want to sit in the house either and just do nothing. She's like, I get bored. I can't. My brain. She's like, I'll kill myself in a literal, not a literal.
She'll never be bored. Well, that's a feeling though. Boredom is a feeling.
For sure.
Feelings are good.
Yeah.
That's another thing too. Bored. I don't be bored.
I don't really be bored.
Women
either.
always be like, I need to be entertained. I need to be doing something.
Yeah.
I don't be bored.
Well, that's the
doing
thing.
nothing is fine. Doing something is fine. I don't be bored.
But
I can entertain myself.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to side with the women. I know there's a lot of, but the world is essentially designed for a man's pleasure.
For sure.
There's just so much shit for niggas to do. Like, so much fucking shit.
Well, I think there is, but
the thing is, niggas don't want to do shit.
Yeah, I feel like
niggas don't want to do shit.
But if you do want to do shit, you go to the gun range. You go hoop. You can play
no.
golf. You can work on the car.
That's actually not true. It's more designed for women because they're the biggest consumers. It's designed for them to do it.
We don't want to spend no goddamn money.
That's
what they want to do.
Yeah,
They want to spend money.
do stuff is more because they want to spend money. Like I say, it's like it's more stuff is set up for them because they want to spend money.
Niggas be out in nature, camping.
No,
fishing.
That's actually her thing. That ain't my shit.
But here's the
All
thing.
the shit.
A lot of dudes, they can sit at the house and watch TV and be like, yo, I had a great day today.
But what they watching? Sports.
But there's TV for everybody.
Yeah.
There's TV for everybody.
Right now, there's too
reality
many channels.
bullshit.
Yeah.
They can watch that. They can watch a marathon of that if they want to.
I think maybe at the beginning it was more built for us.
Video games.
They do that too.
They do
but it's
They
like,
don't do it not to the same degree.
But that's because they're not into it.
yeah, that's just
That's
it's not like they can.
They've been conditioned by Barbie dolls. You grow out of Barbie dolls. Niggas don't grow out.
Well, I think it is somewhat of a conditioning thing to be like it's either more masculine or it's a guy. It's for the boys. But then you find like a lot of female gamers that are like, one, they're killing it.
Yeah,
and it's like, but also two, they still have to deal with like men's bullshit being like, oh, you're not a real gamer. You what have you been playing games for 3 years? You're not really a gamer. It's just like, all right.
So y'all legit feel like it's equal opportunity in terms of like what you can do on your leisure time for men and women.
Cody goes out and does way more shit than I do.
I think it depends what your leisure time
Way
is.
more.
But it's
that's
probably
what it is.
Probably the same things though.
I think
it depends whatever you
I
like.
think it depends what your leisure time
I think
is.
the way the world is set up now, anybody can go do whatever the hell they want to do.
100%. 100%.
Whatever they want to do, whenever they want to do it.
Yeah.
It's just about what. But she gets bored. I don't be bored. So she gets fidgety like on a weekend when she has a day off. Come on, boys, we gotta go do something. Like it's like a fucking anxiety.
Yeah.
Like, I can't sit in this house. I gotta go. And I'm like,
I love
be out.
it's
like,
Tony's
nigga.
joke. It's like when Tony goes talks about how when
yeah.
women get a day off or whatever, it's like they gotta fill that day to do something. And it's just like you have to all the time. It's like, well, I gotta make a doctor's appointment. I gotta do something. I can't just have a day to do nothing. It's just like that's
like,
also goes back to
nigga.
earlier we talked about. That's where you also stress the hell out because you always feel like you gotta do some shit and you don't have to.
You know what's interesting? I was really attracted to girls from the Midwest for the sole fact that like they have like 4 months where they can do nothing. So
of winter or whatever.
Yeah, so they're so low maintenance. Like in Cali, the girls here there's so many fucking amenities.
Yeah.
The wine country, all these, nigga, all the day it's just so much shit that they need constant stimulus. Like they need to be stimulated constantly versus girls from like the country or other areas of the country. Nigga, they like
Well, Gary, it sounds like
you cooked a meal.
Yeah. Well, Gary, it sounds like what you said was contradictory, right? It's like they actually have more stuff for them.
Well, they have more stuff out. Yeah, they have more stuff out here. But I still think
in the bigger cities in the same.
And I also think that men, we can kind of lean into work too. Like I just think about the motherfucker who like landscaped and built that wall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Niggas doing that on the weekends.
Yeah.
Like, and you could just lean into whatever your occupation is too. That also provides like a sense of pleasure.
And you know what's funny? This made me think of a guy at my job. But this goes back to like how women don't like having days off. But then also too, they don't like seeing their men have time off either and being peaceful. It's like this guy I used to work with when I used to work at Schnome Depot. When I used to work over there, older guy, and he, you know, I think we kind of touched on this before maybe. But it's like when he had the weekends off. He worked Monday through Friday, but he had the weekends off. As soon as he'd sit down, he'd be like, his wife would be like, the sink, can you fix the sink? Our daughter needs this. Could you make this for our daughter? Could you build this? Could you fix this? He's like, Keaton, I never have. I was like, I never have time off. I literally work Monday through Monday. If I'm not working at work, I'm working at home.
Something to do.
And he was just like, but he don't necessarily want to do anything. He'd be like,
he doesn't want to.
But his stuff is more for him to do. Whether or not he wants to do it.
What I'm saying is that his woman goes, hey, I don't want you to sit down here and be comfortable. So I need you to do something because I got to do something because I can't sit down and
I want you to feel the anxiety that I feel.
Well,
kind of in a sense.
I want you to be frantic like I am.
Not to play devil's advocate,
Go ahead.
but if she's in that house the whole week, all that's on her mind is all the shit that needs fixing.
She works.
Oh, she works too?
Yeah, she works a part-time job.
Because on that angle, I feel you.
Yeah. It's like, I'm in the house all week, that needs fixing, that needs fixing.
But if you working too.
Hey, here's my thing. If you want to be in the house all week, you get to fixing the house stuff. There's YouTube, unless it's something too physically heavy for you to do, you can technically do all, you can put drywall up in the sense of like, not put drywall up, but like you can fix drywall holes if you need to. You can do some stuff in the house if you look it up and learn how to do it. It's not necessarily, I mean, it's technically a man job in a sense, but you could technically do that if you want to and learn how to do that stuff if you're in the house all day. If I was a person that was always in the house and I never got a chance to go out, I was like, all right, I'm going to be the house husband fully. I'm like, all right, you know what? I got to make this not boring. So I'm going to learn how to like landscape our grass. I'm going to learn how to fix like the holes in the house. I'm going to learn how to do electrical probably. I'm going to learn how to fix plumbing and do stuff like that. So the house stuff is fully taken care of. Because if anything, if you're saying you're taking care of the house, you're not actually. I am still. You're just keeping it clean and cooking. The lights don't work. I got to fix that. There's a hole there. I got to fix that. So what are you really fixing the house up at? If you're not really fixing the house, I am.
That's why I think everybody should work. Man.
Everybody so.
I agree.
Everybody always working.
Yeah, she.
I'm not
work.
She couldn't be in the house anyway because she's too, and I don't need her having idle time to spend money.
So let me let me ask you this then. So I guess it goes to an easy question then. Would you rather have a housewife or would you rather have a working wife?
A working one for sure.
Sure.
I don't know.
If you're in your full financial success, you're making the money that you want to make. All of us, we're all making the money that we want to make. Would you still want your wife to still have to have some type of work?
Yes, because you still need something to do. Like you said, it could be a hobby. You could be making $1,000 a month. I don't give a shit.
Right.
Just have some stuff that's yours. Just do something.
It depends.
You're gonna get bored, and like you said, they're gonna be like, I can't sit in this house all day, and I don't want to hear that shit.
I do like the idea of providing and being sort of the breadwinner, and kind of keeping all this shit afloat. I love that idea, but also, you know, she has to have something going on. She can't just be like, you know, raising children, unless she was real passionate about fucking raising
That's
kids.
the thing.
Yeah.
Because some people are
natural mothers.
Natural or fathers. Some
Yeah.
people are like, I want to do this. If that's who you are, fine. But if that's not who you are, then you need to go do something.
Yeah.
That's not who Kati is. Like, she needs to go. She went out last night to the Comedy Store and the Laugh Factory. Just for, I'm like, all right, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, I got a show tonight. Like, I don't need to watch comics. Like, I don't need to go to bars to drink just to socialize.
Right.
I don't need that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'll do stuff, but on my time when I feel like I don't have that angst to be out. Like, if y'all have seen her last weekend, she was like, "Come on, kids, you can't just sit on the iPad. We gotta go do something." But the kids, Keelan was like, "Hey, I just want to sit here and draw."
Yeah.
She said, "Well, let's go draw at the park then." And he's like, "Okay, but can I bring my iPad?"
Is that how she talks? I love your.
That's how it was.
That's how
She
it
literally
sounds
said
to
that.
you?
She literally said like, I can't sit in this house all day. And nigga, it was like 10 o'clock.
Did she say that for you to hear? Like,
No,
she already knows. Like, you don't give a fuck.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Like my plan was to go to the gym and cut their hair that day. That was it. I was like, I've been doing stuff all week. Like I had planned for like Saturday.
But did she need to say that though? Did she need to say, I can't sit in this house all day? Because she had just been like, come on, boys, let's get ready. We're going to get ready to go.
She said that on some.
Why she have to add that little element onto it, though? like, you boring. Like, you don't want to do that.
We talked about that. I was like, I am boring. I don't care.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. I don't like that.
I say,
but what made me laugh was that she was trying to put it on the kids, too. Like, y'all need to do something. And Keelan's like, I just want to draw.
like, I'm 5.
I'm good.
Yeah.
So then they went out. She was like, we can go see the ducks or the turtles. And he just took and he drew.
Yeah.
He don't care where he went. He just wanted to draw.
Yeah.
She wanted to be out the house.
Yeah.
They didn't give a fuck. And I don't think she realized, like, when she's like, I need to be out the house. You do realize when they get out of school, they do their homework. They back here, running around, playing baseball. They be outside. Yeah. They don't. She, like, in her mind, she's like, you guys own these iPads. I'm like, no, nigga. They be out. I have to bring them in because it's time for dinner. Yeah. And it's time. But they be out here running around. Now we got these soccer. They be playing soccer one-on-one. I'm like, they do shit.
I literally watched Keelan the other day. Keelan literally came out here and was just like, y'all done yet so I can start playing.
Right.
I'm
like, you need to be out. Don't put that on them. You need to. They do shit. They go. And, like, even for them, when they run errands with me, that's going out. Yeah. Like, they be like, we going to Costco, we going to, and then they come play. And then they have their own adventures. Yeah. You need to do that. Don't put that on them. Don't put that on them. You know what I mean? Projecting big time. But it's like, but things have been smooth ever since we changed. You know, I didn't get into it last week. We had a big talk about, you know, finances and, you know, how we talked about, the stuff we talked about on the drive back from the Bay. Like how I'm like, why is me changing and wanting to do stuff with you? And so, why is that a problem? You know, things of that nature. So we had all those talks. So for the finances, I was like, okay, I haven't, because she, of course, she has all these feelings, no solutions, zero solutions. She vented to me, crying, cussing. I said, chill out. You're not gonna talk to me like that. You know, relax, blah blah. But she's full feelings, and I said, now what do you suggest? And I didn't even ask, what do you need to do? Every time we talk, I'm like, what do you need from me? Yeah. What do you need me to do? I don't know. Would you always, like, people say he's playing devil's advocate, but that's how they be. Yeah. So I don't know. I said, well, I have an idea. I said, as far as finances, this will help me out. You say I'm on your ass. So how about this? I'm going to pay the mortgage. I'm going to put all the gas, food. You pay the small bills, the little whatever, right? That will leave you with more than half of your money to do whatever the fuck you want with. And I don't want you using the joint account at all, because my issue with your spending is I have to see it, which makes me be like, where's your money going? What's going on? So I was like, you can do whatever you want. I don't have to see it. So don't touch the joint account ever. Just put your, on the first of the month. It's no longer joint. It's no longer joint. It's a joint as far as on the first of the month, you put this amount of money in, which is like 20% of our bills. And I said, you put that in, the rest you do whatever you want with. And don't use the credit card unless it's to get gas or groceries, which I will pay off because I'm going to pay for that. I was like, so all you have to pay for is this. Yeah, and I'm still going to pay for your nails, and I'm still going to pay for your eyelashes. So you really have money to fuck off. Yeah. And I was like, that way you don't feel like I'm controlling the thing, and I don't feel stressed out watching you spend, right? So, and then we took all the savings. I said, we're going to split this. You're going to take half. I'm going to take half. And this is what I want to see, right? You want this pool. The savings was for the pool. Now, 6 months from now, I'm going to look at my savings, and it's going to jump, whatever. If we go to yours, and all you've saved is $500 or whatever, then you really don't want this pool. So we're not getting no pool. So I want to see how bad you really want shit. I want to see how bad. She was like, yeah, I want to see how much I can save and blah, blah. Nigga, so we started this about 2 weeks ago. I've watched her for 2 weeks. She ain't going to make it. She's not gonna make it.
She went on last night, huh?
She gonna put her on the first. She gonna do that. Yeah. She's gonna do that. But as far as saving or having anything left, nigga, no. She stopped every day to either grab something to get, because this is what she don't understand when it comes to money. Like, it's just a smoothie. It's just you realize $10, $20 every day for a month. That's $300 to $600. Like every day. Every day since she's had her freedom, she's gone out or she's. Yeah. Like she ain't cooked no meals because let's go eat, guys. Let's go. She take the boys. They go. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, as soon as you step out the house, you spending bread.
I'm like, okay. Yeah. So the other day,
being in the house is easier.
I had to go somewhere, and I'm like, I realized as I'm leaving, ain't no dinner made. So when I came back, I saw dinner, and I was like, where'd y'all get this from? Oh, we went to I was like, of course you did. Because, and I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care because you do what you want.
Yep.
I'm just waiting for that 8 months when she's like, I don't have no money.
No pool.
Yeah.
I gave you.
It's better anyway. It's a good.
I gave you half the savings.
Training ground.
Yeah.
And I'm doing it for that purpose because her thing was, because the whole issue for the week was you control everything, you blah blah. I said, okay, so I let her have it the whole week. Ask your mama. Do you mind? I don't care what you do. Blah blah. Then she hit me with after like 3 days of it, she gonna come cuddle up. Well, because of the way I am, I need you to be that way. Oh, now. So now did you see that I have to be this way because you can't do it?
She wants you to be that way, but she doesn't want to feel like you're being that way. That's what it is. So you gotta finesse.
So that's why I did this.
Being that way.
I said, go ahead. You got it. You do what you want.
Y'all don't need to pull in. The only reason why she want to pull is so y'all can have more people over.
Nigga.
Keon will lose his damn
Niggas
mind.
gonna be niggas in your pool every day.
That I actually won't mind. They'll be out here.
Yeah, they won't be in the
I
house.
want niggas in my house.
Yeah.
All right.
Like I want.
Okay,
if you want to have y'all lounging out here, I don't give a fuck. And when this gets done, you out here, they can use that bathroom.
Yeah.
They can use that. They have no reason to walk into my house.
Yeah.
So y'all can have all
They can
the
enter
fun,
from over there.
enter from the back. Y'all go to there. Y'all, there's no reason for me to
man.
see y'all faces. Do whatever you want.
Is this technically going to be your man cave in there, though? If you said?
Or when people visit, they can stay there or whatever. But yeah, the money thing, I'm just watching it and I'm like, she's not gonna save a dime.
So most of your issues are money stuff.
Money stuff, and then because she said one of her issue, and she said this twice, so I was like, okay, well then you must mean it. So that's why I went to the extreme. Like I be wife and kids, my situation, like the TV show, My Wife and Kids.
Yeah.
When she says something, I'll go all the way over to prove a point.
I'm kind of like that too.
So she the second time she was like, you get everything you want. I was like, you think that I get everything I want? I said, if everything was ran the way I want it, wouldn't a motherfucker be over here? You wouldn't spend a goddamn dime. Like you wouldn't. These kids. I was like, no, I don't get everything I want at all.
Yeah.
If I really control everything, I was like, okay, listen. So that's why I went to the stream. So everything, I had no opinion on nothing.
You know why it seems like you get everything you want?
Because of the demeanor.
The demeanor, but that's also too is like it goes back to your stress. You don't sit there and complain about the things that you don't ever get in that sense. Whereas like a lot of times our women kind of do. It's just like, well, I feel like if I'm not getting what I want, it's like I feel like you're controlling me. I'm drowning in this, and you're just like, well, this is kind of how it is. This is the compromise. It's like, or it's not a big deal to you to not have that. It's like, all right, it is what it is. It's a situation that I'm in. I'm cool with this.
Yeah, I was like, I ain't said nothing about cleaning because I just do it after, I haven't said a word. I haven't said anything. I'm like, do whatever. I don't care. I don't care anymore. And I think that not scared her, but like when she saw me in like a kind of a checkout mode, like I don't give a fuck, nigga. Do what you want. I think she was like, he's not feeling.
He's not feeling.
I don't like this.
I mean, Cyborg Polly been a thing. Cyborg Polly been, he's been.
Because I was trying to tell her, I was like, yo, if I don't do this, then I'm gonna be not at peace.
Right.
So I have to not care, because if I care, this is gonna bother me. The spending's gonna bother me. The people are gonna bother. So I have to not give a fuck about it, to chill. And I was like, so I gotta be that way because you won't adjust your behavior. Man, so I'm gonna adjust mine.
Let me tell you something, man. If I can get Janelle on your side when it comes to cleaning, her just do the dishes and do the shit like that, I'll be so happy. So I ain't gotta do the shit. But
I'll be like,
she ain't having it.
I'm kind of taking that approach too, because we got a dishwasher that does not clean, but she'll continue to use it and then put the dirty dishes in the cabinet, the unclean like rings of coffee, noticeably not clean, spoons, forks, and shit. And we talked to the landlord. They sent the nigga out. He was like, it's fine. He couldn't fix shit. I think that, I don't want to say this, fucked up. I was gonna say, I think sometimes like property management intentionally hire people that have like language barriers, so you can't communicate. That's fucked up to say, but anyway, so now I bought a dish rack and I just hand wash everything. And I told her, I was like, yo, don't even bother with the dishes.
Yeah.
I wash everything by hand.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
Everything. So I've been doing that, and now like dishes are. I'm like, damn, there's no bowls left like all the time.
Yeah.
So now I'm just washing more dishes, and I'm fine with that. Shit is clean. So I took that approach. Like, I'm not gonna try to tell you to wash dishes, but I know that's not in you.
Yeah. I
wash them shits myself.
I told her I can't control you, so I'm gonna control what I can control.
Yeah.
And then, but I think when she sees me like, just be like, all right, man. I think it worries her. Like I think it really
I'm
does.
losing them.
Yeah. I think it really, when I just be like, nah, I'd be like, it's not down. It's just, nigga, I'm just trying to chill. So like, I can't be out here worried about dumb shit. So then the conversation we had in the Bay, you were a part of what you said was right too. So catching people up. I am at a point now, you know, we met 10 years ago when I'm in a different space. So like I'm a different person. So my communication is different. So basically like, you know, she's outdoorsy. She's like, you want to go on a walk? I'll be like, nah, I'm chilling, blah, blah, blah. So now, because I'm always gone, because she's always working, I was like, yo, we don't hang out anymore. Let's hang out. I'm going to plan dates. I'm going to play. So she was like, well, I'm at the point now where I don't want to do that stuff with you anymore because you shut me down for 10 years.
Long,
And so I said, well, and she said, and why were you doing now? It feels like a mind fuck. I was like, no, I just become a different person. Like, I don't mind. Like, I've grown up, you know. And so I was telling Gary, I was like, I don't understand why me growing is a bad thing. And she was like, it's not that. It just feels like I'm afraid you're going to do it, you know, revert back to the, you know, whatever. Yeah. And then she was like when you didn't go on, and so it all circled back, though, to communication, right? Yeah. She goes, when you didn't want to go on those walks with me and stuff like that, I felt like lonely and stuff. I was like, well, why didn't you just say that? And I would have been like, okay, I'll go on a fucking walk. It's not a big deal.
Because she wants you to feel it. She doesn't want to have to say everything. She just wants you to feel tethered.
So then she goes, I don't want you to do nothing you don't want to do. I was like, that's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life, because everything about being a husband, father, or wife, you be doing a lot of shit you don't want to do. That, but you do that because you love somebody. Like, it's not, her thing with like, I was like, I think you have to learn what compromise is and what, like, you think if somebody does something they don't want to do that second, you're making them change, or they're going to be resentful. Like, I don't want to be out here when it's hot as fuck. Yeah. And Keelan is like, Dad, we got to practice. I don't want to be out here. Yeah. But nigga, fine. Yeah. Like, let's go hit these balls. Let's go let's practice. Fine. If that's what you want to do, that's what we got to do. And then I told her too, within that, sometimes it do be shit that I don't want to do. But once we get into it, I'm like, this ain't bad.
This ain't bad, yeah.
This ain't bad. So I was like, if you felt that strongly about it, you could have just been, I really want you to go on these walks with me. I'd have been like, okay. Yeah. And we probably would have some great conversations on those walks or whatever. Like, it's not a big deal. Just say something. So she's gotten better at saying stuff in real time. That was our big, I was like, my two solutions was the money thing, and I said another solution, I think, is saying stuff in real time. Instead of harboring feelings and blowing up and exploding, just if you feel a way about something, say it in real time so we can knock it out and be there. So the other day, she did it, and I was like, my reaction at first was like, what are you talking about? Because I thought she was trying to start a fight. And I was like, nigga, what are you doing? Like, I don't want to do this. She was like, no, I'm just telling you in real time how I feel. Once she said that, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, that's how you feel? Okay, my bad. I thought you were trying to start something, but okay, so that, no problem. Boom, it was done. I was like, now that's how easy it can be every time if you just tell me in real time.
In real time, yeah.
Just tell me in real time.
Preface it with that.
Yeah. And boom, we done, and we ain't had no old shit popping up or none of that. Just tell me, spend your money, and nigga, I'm good. I'm good.
We're so easy. This goes back to Gary's point.
We're not that easy. Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
This goes back to Gary's point about, like, he wants to be able to do a vagina, and it's just like that's how
and titties and just like feminine features. It's just like.
But I think we are easy. I think it might sound complicated to somebody that's complicated, or that makes things complicated.
You know why? Because they don't understand why it's that easy.
Yeah.
So they're like, it must be more to it.
Because the basis of us is like, I know Gary's gonna hit us with a devil's advocate moment, but it's like, in a sense, what we're asking for is pretty simple. It's just that, like you said, it can't be that simple because things for me as a woman isn't simple. Yeah. So I want to hear how you think it's not that simple, and maybe also too. I know it's also individual based in most cases, but like I think for the most part, a good amount of men are very just like, it's basic. It's just this, and then there's things that are individually tailored towards Gary, Keon, and Keenan. So like, why would you say dudes are not like?
It's not simple for a woman because because they have periods, and that's something that we'll never ever understand. The hormonal and chemical changes. We'll never.
I'll give you that.
For sure.
No, I'll give you that.
Never.
I'll give you those passes.
So and that shit, the periods sync up. Yeah. There's no way that we'll be able to fucking fully understand. No. They don't even understand that. No. Why are periods still syncing up in 2022? They're still syncing up. So
No, but they get. I don't count that shit.
Yeah.
But that it factors
I'm talking about the 2
because
weeks.
they're hormones.
The 2 weeks where you're chilling.
Yeah.
Well,
Chill.
and I think the biggest thing is that they want to feel, but they want to feel connected. They've been conditioned to believe that this is what this is supposed to look like, and if it doesn't look like that, and I don't feel that, something is wrong. So if your girl sees you like aloof and just kind of like detached, then she's like, oh my God, like she feels like I'm losing him. Why aren't we connected? We're supposed to feel connected. But so often, like when women get married, they think they're supposed to feel a thing like being married, and then they don't feel that thing, and then they wonder why they don't feel that thing. I have this, why don't I feel it? So it's like a whole.
And this need for everything to be perfect.
Yeah.
The need to have for everything is wild to me. Like honestly, bro, we're having a conversation one time. She's crying. She's like, I hate this. I feel like I'm losing. I was like, we're just talking.
Yeah.
Like, where are you? How did you go there? I was like, are we? I was like, oh, are we getting divorced? She's like, no. I was like, are we splitting up? She was like, no. I was like, am I sleeping in a different room? No. So relax.
Yeah.
Like we're just having a conversation about how each of us feel. And they're minor. I had to say this like so many times. Like, these are small adjustments, right?
Yeah.
They're just small adjustments. I'll do this, you do that. And so far, it's been working. I was like,
Let me
that's
DA
it.
real. Can I DA? Can I devil's advocate real quick?
DA.
What type of relationships is she accustomed to though before you?
Well, that's the thing.
In her formative,
Yeah.
like,
What is she?
she's
got
probably
nothing
used
to
to
draw
toxic.
from.
She's
Yeah.
probably used to toxic,
Right.
Yeah.
real life.
So she doesn't like
explosive.
So she
shit.
doesn't like dealing with stuff because she's like, well, it's gonna go this big old way. Where I'm just like, no, this is just.
You're literally the opposite of that.
Right.
Yeah. I'm like,
But if
nah,
you're
just-
accustomed to that,
right.
Agreed.
and she doesn't
Yeah.
see like all this energy, you know what I mean? It probably she's like, oh,
But it goes.
he's not invested.
It goes back to what I always say.
Therapy.
Because if you get, but in all honesty, I know it's a running theme or joke here, but it's just like when you go get work done in those areas like that, then you start to see those situations. You were like, okay, that's not what it is anymore. Because I was kind of like her. All I saw was toxic relationships growing up.
Right.
I saw physical abuse, mental abuse my whole life. So I had to go get help to understand like. Every time her and I were getting into an argument, I was kind of saying, I was like, well, this is the end for me.
Yeah.
It's over, baby.
Yeah.
It's over.
Bro.
And that's because that was all my relationships. That's how it would go.
No.
Whether it was family, whether it was girlfriends. So it was like, once I got into therapy and realized it's like, he's like, it's not that. It's like, this is what it is or whatever the case may be. And I started to see that. I was like, oh, okay. So when we get into arguments, like, I wasn't afraid or be like, yo, she might leave me. Because I was having those fears at a point in time in our relationship. I was like, now I don't, not that I don't care, but it's just like, even if she did it, like, it's one of those things like,
But
I
that's
can't
the thing,
control
you're not
that.
going to. So,
Right.
like,
And you're not going to over an
You're not
argument.
They
going
like
to.
feeling that.
It's like
They like feeling like, oh my God, I'm losing. Okay, no.
And then the words that they use are so dramatic. Like,
Oh my God.
the miserable
Man.
thing you're talking
Oh.
about. So
I just feel so miserable all the time.
Miserable's a strong
like, okay,
word.
well,
so strong, bro.
Dog.
So like the word she used one time she said, damn, what did she
All the time, miserable.
24/7? Miserable.
You know what miserable means to me? Is that you're always walking around like, oh,
Right, like life is hell. One time
Yeah.
she said to me, damn, what did she say? Because I took it, if you say those words, I'm like, oh, but this is over.
Yeah.
She was like, she goes, right now, I like, looking at you right now, like, I don't even want to have sex with you right now. And I can't believe, I said, so, do you want me to sleep in another room or do you want it? She was like, no. She was like, I was like, wait, do you mean like right now during this argument? She was like, yeah. I was like, no shit.
Yeah,
nigga.
you're
Obviously, we're
annoying right now.
I was like, the way you said it made it seem like in our relationship,
Yeah.
you don't want to fuck.
You aren't attracted to me now.
You
Yeah.
mean like right this second? She was like, yeah. I was like, nigga,
Of course not.
duh,
Yeah.
I don't want to sleep with you either right
Yeah.
now. Like, nigga, what
Back
are
to
you
back to Bill
talking
Burr.
about,
It's like
bro?
you win the argument, is you just rub one out. It's a champagne of victory.
Like, what are you talking about? Of course you don't. We're in a mid.
Yeah.
It's not sexy right now. Like, so then we had the talks, and then she's like cuddled up, and we smashed. And I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, of course, right this second. But like the way she words stuff a lot, it's so dramatic.
Yeah.
That I'm always like, where are you? Like the whole, you do the bare minimum thing.
Yeah.
That was a terrible choice of words.
Keon
That's
was like-
dramatic as shit. And then turn to find out, no, what you meant was, well, I think sometimes you can work harder. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
No shit.
But that's in okay, should we give grace because they're not as equipped in the moment to reveal their feelings in a way that's like
Well, that's what
healthy,
I did.
completely healthy.
That's what I did. I'd be like,
And constructive.
explain what you mean.
Okay.
Explain. So I noticed because it's easier for me to do it when she turns up. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
We got to stay down here. We got to stay. I don't think it's fair that you get to do whatever you want and fly out the handle,
and I
have to stay here.
Yeah.
And she goes, well, when you do it, it's scary. I said, no.
Yeah.
We're both adults.
Yeah.
You don't.
But that is also true.
I was like, you don't get to turn up, and then so I'm so calm. It keeps her down here. When she starts, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Relax.
That can be condescending though. So you got to watch that.
It is condescending.
Yeah,
It is in a
we're
way.
just,
Sure.
we're just calm down. No, but she catches herself because she sees herself. I'm like, that's because she runs on pure and let it emotion. So everything is just emotion. I'm like, bring it down. We're just talking.
That is fair though. It's fair, but I was listening to a podcast of this woman, and she was explaining like when a man raises his voice, it takes on a different energy for a woman because though I know I feel safe with you and I know nothing's gonna, but still there's still every woman not every it's fucked up, but women have been hit for the first time and they don't know so you definitely your antennas go up your antennas go up naturally when you hear a man and his emotions are heightened and he's and he starts so.
That's literally like we talked about that before. That's why I used to talk about how I always kept my distance.
Yeah.
There's a good enough distance from me to be like, even if I'm raising my voice. I know your alerts are probably still up, but just know that even if it happened, it's gonna take me some time to get to you.
Yeah.
So like,
I got.
So you at least got to be like.
You got time, bitch. I'm giving you a head start, bitch. Like, if you don't get out the house, that's on you.
Honestly, that makes so much sense because there was one time she said something like out of pocket, nigga, and my reaction, I got up and I was like, nigga, who the fuck?
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, you gonna hit me? I was like, no. Nigga, like, you gonna
but a part of me was like, please hit me.
But she was like, but you ran up on me like I was like, no, nigga, what are you talking about?
I keep
just like what you said was wild. So to keep your distance, it makes it. It's like I'm never gonna do this, but I understand like. The fear.
I get it.
Because at the end of the day, like, if I want, what's she gonna do?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if I want it, what is she going to do?
Right. So it's so you got to find ways. So it's like, and in reality, it's like we have to be the calmest because it's like there's never been a time. And it's honestly, when you think about it, it's honestly kind of scarier when they get angry. Because if they get angry, and they say they're not going to physically do something to us, but it's like your joke too, Keon, is like you wake up and all of a sudden you eat a nice meal and you're like, oh shit, everything's getting kind of busy around here. And it's just like, no.
What's funny is out of the two of us though, when everything's have gotten like really aggressive, she's actually the only one that is like not like gotten physical, but like like I'd be like, I might raise my voice or whatever, but like. She's been the only one that ever like tried to grab me or something. I'm like, nigga.
Oh, my girl she slapped me with I think she hit me with her purse once.
In the face?
Yeah, in the face.
And Gary was like,
I've never been so turned on.
No, I deserved it though.
You really do hate niggers, don't you?
This is racism. No, I deserved it. I took that L. And it was fine. But another thing is when I'm talking about feelings and shit being toxic in a way, it's kind of interesting that because Keen and I aren't married, that we can enter into that space like, oh, well, this is over then.
Yeah. Like,
there's something to that. It's not healthy, but there's something to that where, like, okay, now we kind of reconcile.
Yeah.
And that invokes another feeling for her. You know what I mean? Like, it sucks and it's unhealthy, but the feeling of, like, coming back together is like makes it. I don't want to say makes it worth it, but it's something there.
I don't know if it's unhealthy. I think it's a natural fear.
Yeah,
it's just a fear. Like people, if you're not used to just having a conflict and solving it, it goes to a fear of like, oh, they're gonna leave. Like, and I think that's everybody's fear, especially when there's children involved.
Yeah.
Especially when you're sharing a space and like you love this person. You know what I mean? So that fear of like. Wait, is this over? Especially with divorce rates being so high and all and when you're not, but once you get to a point where, like, and that's what I'm trying to get her to is like, no, we're gonna have. I tried to tell her like, think of any sibling you've had or any roommate ever, anybody you've ever shared a space with in your life. Did you not get into it with them?
Right.
She's like, yes. I said, yes, you did, because you share a space. I fought my brothers. I've gotten to it with my roommates in college, blah blah.
You gonna fight me then?
But we still good. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I'm like, if me and you do not see eye to eye on something, we can just talk about it. It doesn't mean we're getting a divorce. Doesn't mean we're splitting. Like I said, and that's why I asked her. I was like, do you want me to sleep in another room? Which is not even close to a divorce.
Yeah.
I can sleep on the in the guest room for the night. No, why would I want you to do that? I was like, exactly.
You a better man than
And
me.
that's,
I was
I
like,
mean,
exactly.
Because I'm
So-
not sleeping in no
that-
other room.
No,
yeah.
but I said it to prove
Yeah,
to prove a point.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was like, so you don't want me to sleep here? No. I was like, exactly.
But
so,
there is something like comforting to me for us to get into a huge fight and she throws our relationship on the line. That's what she does, you know. And I'm just, there's something like comforting to walk around the house for the next like half an hour. Like, yeah, so this shit is over. This shit is done. Like it's something like
you know why?
we're
'Cause
done.
You want to convince yourself that like I ain't tripping if this was done.
Yeah,
I'll be
cool.
fine.
I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'll be fine. You're already trying to
Oh,
mentally
nigga,
prep.
I've packed bags.
Yeah.
Nigga,
But at
I'll
the
be
end
out
of the day,
tomorrow. I'll be out.
yeah. But at the end of the day, it's like I mean, I'm not gonna say what happened, but on our drive back, you know, him and his lady had a discussion, whatever. I stopped at the outlet because I wanted to get some shirts. This nigga is in his space of like, nigga, this is dumb. But at the end of the day, he's like, I'm gonna buy her something. I'm gonna grab her something because we
I'm gonna buy her
care. Like,
something, yeah.
it's just like
Y'all
it's
just annoying.
It's just it shouldn't be that dramatic. It just shouldn't be that dramatic. But at the end of the
Right.
day, nigga, I'm not leaving. You're not
Yeah.
leaving. Like,
But it's
just-
cool to entertain for a moment, though.
Yeah.
Like, I like it all. Yeah. Fuck you, bitch. We done. All right, cool. This is about an hour. Give me something to eat. And then let's make up. All right, cool. We
Like,
good
it's
now.
just like
You think it's done too because of the makeup part of it and the makeup sex? Because the endorphins from that, I guess, that makes that
Maybe.
feeling like it's like you went through this like, oh, we almost lost each other.
Yeah,
And then
and
it's
I
like
think
you
it's,
came at it, oh,
I think
we're
it's
gonna-
something there
yeah,
to make you
know.
like to have that time to reassess things and just
Yeah.
realize how much you love that person.
I think that's
It's like,
part of
okay,
it.
no, I'm not leaving. I love you so much.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think even for me,
I
I
gotta
think
piss hella bad. I'll be right
yeah,
back.
we about to be done. I mean, we got an
wrap
hour.
it up,
We can
yeah.
shut it down. Yeah. I think even for me though, that part is true. Like where you're like, once you do it, you're like, nigga, I love the shit out of this person. Like I'm not what am I doing? What are we doing? Like
Yeah.
knock it
And it's
off.
not healthy, but
Yeah.
there's something there. That's all I'm saying.
Just,
There's
yeah.
something there.
Like, but it's just I don't think it's unhealthy. I think if you share a space with somebody,
Yeah.
they don't get on your
Yeah.
nerves.
Yeah, because
Like,
she told me our shit was toxic. She told me our shit was toxic. I'm like, babe, there's like
you're
there's-
sharing a space.
We're
They
not,
get
it's
annoying.
not toxic.
Yeah.
These are just conflicts.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It doesn't have to be that dramatic. We're sharing
Yeah.
space. You're annoyed. I'm annoyed at times. But as long as we do it in real time, it won't be a buildup.
Right.
So I think the real time and the money thing will solve a lot of things, and you'll see a lot more.
And also
of me.
giving grace, knowing that they're not equipped,
Yeah,
fully
and I'm just
equipped
like,
for the
that's
real
fine.
time.
That's fine. Like go ahead. And,
Gary, don't you tell a woman they're not equipped. We can do anything.
Bro, we be, but be honest though, like in a real time discussion,
No,
we be
they're
bodying them.
they're all they change the topics
On a consistent
They're all,
basis?
they're all over
Oh
the
my
place.
God,
Yeah.
like,
But by the time they get done, what they were talking about wasn't even the
Yeah.
original problem.
Not at
Like
all.
they are
but then
all
you got
over
to,
the
but then you
goddamn
got to,
place.
but then you interrupt because you're trying to stay on topic.
absolutely.
But they're like, you're interrupting me. I'm like, yeah, but if I let you talk for 20 minutes, we're
You're
gonna be on a
you're
whole
way
other
over here.
thing,
I'm
and I forgot what the
keeping
fuck
you
I
here.
wanted to say.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
keeping you right here.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just stay right here, and then once we solve that, I told them this so many times. I'm like, okay, but we have to address this.
Yeah.
So once I was like, do you feel that you do this? Yes. Okay.
Next thing.
That's so we'll put that here.
Yeah.
Now what is your grievances?
Yeah, right.
That
right.
needs to be acknowledged. That
Yeah.
needed to be done. Now we can move on to the next.
I'm telling
thing.
you, bro.
Yeah.
But being right all the time, you know, it gets boring. I gotta get.
Yeah, I gotta spice it up, baby. I gotta spice it up.
I'm telling you, man. 3
no.
I'm sorries, 2 you're rights. That's my goal for this.
On
for
that
this week.
note, where are you at this week?
This week I think I'll end up being it's Janelle's birthday, so we're gonna be I got some tickets we're going to Mexico. So we're gonna be in Mexico for her birthday.
Nice.
And it's gonna be
Are y'all swimming? I know there's a thing. This was like 8 podcasts. This was like eight episodes ago.
when you niggas dog me out,
What is-
we're
what is y'all- what is y'all
saying,
agree
we're
on?
saying my feelings about like I take my feelings into consideration because I can't swim,
Be
you
sensitive
asshole.
to the fact that I can't swim. So are there any water activities happening?
Oh, she's been looking up stuff and she's like, so is
We're
this
walking through a fire.
It is my birthday, so are we gonna be able to do parasailing? I'm just like, man, just set the shit up, man. All right.
So you gonna do it?
You go eat it.
I'm
So
gonna-
we might not see Keenan again. This might be the end of Keenan.
if we do, he's just gonna be like this the whole time.
I'm staying positive. I sent her a video of this dude being like, they were parasailing. And he
Yeah.
was freaking the fuck out. I was like,
You'll
hey,
be alright, bro. You good?
hey man, I'm
Stop being
staying
a hoe,
positive.
man.
It's gonna be a great time. I'm trying to use my words as being powerful and being positive. So
Just wear the life jacket, the arm floaties, the
yeah,
foot
good.
floaties.
I'll
I'm
You good.
doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm
You'll
going
be
to.
fine. Where you at this week?
Man, I'm burying my dad, man. You know,
Oh yeah,
so
all right.
I'll be doing a set there. Nah, we ain't burying that nigga. He getting cremated.
I
I don't
mean,
even know.
that's
I don't
cheaper.
know. I
Better.
told him I'm not.
I want to be
putting-
cremated.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I,
think
I
so,
want. I
too.
want to go to research. Send me to research.
I want to be cremated.
Yeah.
Let the kids study me.
Burn me up. That's the cheapest thing to do.
Yeah.
The,
Keep me.
the
I want to be.
cheapest thing.
I want to be
burn
kept
me up,
around
man.
because
Yeah,
if you
man,
burn
put
me
my-
up, nigga,
feel me?
Keenan, especially if I built this legacy of our family, nigga, I need to stay in the house for 20 generations.
I don't care what you do with me.
Oh, you
after
want your
burn me
casket
up.
in the house?
No, I mean,
the urn?
you know, the urns
The
and the
urn.
ashes or whatever.
Nah, man. Put my leg
Spread
in
me.
Philadelphia.
Yeah,
put
spread
my,
me around,
my head.
bro.
I want my head in Alabama somewhere. Put my balls, nigga, where the
I
bad
want my
bitches at.
ashes.
Whatever.
Just do wherever you want. Be like, he would like this. But and then this weekend I'll just be at Chocolate Sundays again.
I might pull up to that.
And then June 3rd and 4th, Last Unlimited, Sacramento,
Hey.
and June 8th, Mic Drop Comedy in San Diego. So make sure y'all pull up on those. And KeonPoli.com on everything.
All right, I gotta piss.
That's
All right,
it.
y'all. Hey, appreciate y'all. Much love.
Appreciate it.
Oh, I feel for my brother.